Well, hello everybody. This is Souls44 and I'm playing Automods 10. Today we are going to take a look at what the world looks like when I put shaders on. My computer can run this mod pack, Automods 10, with shaders on at about 60 frames per second to a little over 100 and some 110 frames per second. Sort of kind of pushes my graphics card that's inside this little boy here to the max. I hate to say it, but I don't think my graphics card can handle this all the time. I'm pretty sure if I pushed it a little bit hotter, temperature-wise, that this would literally crash my laptop. And I have a feeling that at one point that's what was going on. So I managed to put together a whole bunch of different things from Ars Nouveau and build a few things. And I thought, well, some of these things are going to look kind of weird. They're still looking weird, even with the shaders on. So I just wanted to show you guys what the place looks like with the shaders on. I'll turn it off after this episode, and I'll run it at normal, but I don't know. Tell me what you think, if you like the shaders on or off. If you notice, the sky has got these weird clouds now. Oh yeah, see, and then if it's running a backup, like it was just running backup right now, which is automatically done by Automods 10, I even turned the render distance down. I think I had left it at like 10. So it's a little bit. So without further ado, I'm going to show you guys how this looks, and then we'll go into, wait, what? We'll go into what I'm currently working on, and that's these quantum stuff. First of all, boom. When the sun comes out, you get the double rainbow. Oh, shader. Let me show you the version. I scroll down here to shader packs, and it's BSL. Now, it's not default BSL. I did turn up and down a few things just to kind of make it, so it runs okay. Like, it doesn't run bad. I can still play the game right now. I wouldn't go into like a boss battle with a lot of particles and stuff flying everywhere right now. And I definitely don't want to turn my mob farm on for very long, although it can be turned on now. I made it so that you can just turn it on and let it run. It's just not necessary to put that kind of stress on my system. But check out this water. Completely unneeded water just flowing. Crazy, right? Well, here's the build so far. Yeah, the create system is going to be right here, and it's going to look cool. I think it's going to look cool. I don't know. I'm not much of a visual aesthetic builder. I like abstract weird shit, so excuse my language, but that's what's up. So that's the base so far with shaders on. Man, these trees are still killer. I like them. Mineral glass doing its thing. Look at that. It's even got little like different colors in it from the sun reflecting on it. I don't know, man. I really want to figure out how you can fix the threading for Minecraft, and they make it so that it uses all your CPU cores. Because right now, I still think it's running off of one thread, and that's pushing things on one thread. I don't know why they would design it that way or keep it that way, or if there's any way of going around it. I don't think there is. There might be. I don't know anything about that kind of programming. That's a huge amount of programming. I don't have that kind of knowledge. But even these funky looking leaves here have a little bit of taste to them. Look at this. Isn't that crazy? Look at all these trees. So you have so many options and so many wood types. I can't spend enough time. Like, look at this. What? Who did this? You know what I mean? Look at that. It's a banana fruit. Oh, and they added a food mod into the pack that wasn't in the original pack that lets you get more hearts the more food you eat, the varieties of foods. And I love that mod. And then they added one mod I'm not going to hate on it, okay? But Pam's is great. But then you've got cooking for blockheads in there, Pam's. Then you throw in, like, this is all the mods, right? All the mods 10. It's not really, but it's a lot. It's too much. Pam stuff, by the way, if you don't configure it properly, can overgrow and take over their property. What I mean is, like, it spreads. The Pam's bushes and stuff, they spread on their own. They can get a little out of control if you accidentally chunk load areas. Yeah, just take a look. This stuff is just a beautiful. Look at this. This is really cool looking wood, you know? And it just looks so much better with shaders. And the sky, shoo. I'm gonna have to turn off all these waypoints though. I'm getting too many now, and it's starting to become really annoying if you can't tell. Um, Even the little face I made on there, and that look, that's so cool. My lava situation straightened out. My mana situation, my source down here, that's situation straightened out. I really want to push. This is going to be crazy. Look at all this. It's almost all gone. And the reason why is I used it to make all the different Ars Nouveau armor. Oh, I don't need to show it to you. It's on a display. I have it on a display upstairs. So this whole system does work. However, I'm going to tell you right now, I did not set it up correctly to run every single enchantment that you can do. In fact, it's set up to run 3 or 4 right now. Let's see. Yeah, just these 4. That's it. Adding a lot more to it is a lot more complicated than I thought, because if you're running, the biggest problem is this, okay? And let me say, this is my fault for just lacking foresight, I guess. If you don't set up the stations correctly, you'll stop it from working with others. So if, like, you say, all right, I want to first craft this, and then you also tell it to craft this right after that, there's a chance you're going to run into a problem. So you can run this one, right? And then you try to tell it to also make an ender source jar. Don't do that. Don't do that. If you do that, you're going to get stuck, because stuff is going to get clogged up. I got one good news thing that came out of this. The camouflages all started to work after I put the shaders on. I guess I needed to reload the textures or something. I don't know. But they took on the wrong texture. I'm fine with it, but I'm going to see if I can get it to actually be the one I want. Heck yeah, that is awesome. So now all my routers will look like the wall, and I won't have to worry about, I don't know, I don't have to worry about anything. I just, if I put a minimal amount of effort into how things look, that's going to be it. Look at that. When that flows out, that looks so cool. Look at that. Whew. Yeah, I know it's not necessary, right? I could have it just all go to the one jar, but this is like a battery bank of source jars, and I really want to make the unobtainium jars to be my constant, but then I have to retarget, because as soon as you pull this out, it's not going to just stay to that location. It's actually linked to that jar at that location. So if I try it and I take this off and I replace it with a bigger jar, it's just going to go away. I don't think this is actually attached to anything anymore, so I don't need that. This one never was. And that's it. Okay, so here comes something really fun that people are going to start like, and I'm going to put my my scarf back on. You don't need to see what I look like anymore, because I'm about to change my looks. Quantum stuff is being made. I'll show you how that's all done real quick too during this episode. All right, so I have a portal here. You're going to want to see this craziness. Look at this. Look at this. This is all those blue yonder wood and a ritual that's linked to the ritual over here. So all you do is you have to craft this with the ritual, with the enchanter, but it gives you a remote location. I don't know how far away it can be, but by having it over here, I can keep creatures from going over there and breaking stuff. And so I was summoning, with this thing, I could ritual summon the Chimera. I don't know if anybody needs to see that being done or not. It's really not that complicated, but I captured one of them in a containment jar, and I tested it out, and it doesn't work. You can't get anything out of them. You can get stuff out of Willy Sprigs, these Whirl Sprig guys. I just grabbed him in a mob containment thing and I threw him down on the ground over here, dropped him out, and he's just been hanging out because to him, these are all a variety of creatures that are walking around. They don't know the difference code wise. So right, I just got squids and vindicators, invokers, and these guys are all just hanging out here. I can show you how to capture those. That is also a ritual. Let's see. So I will cover that real quick while I'm here. This is a containment ritual, the ritual containment, ender source jar, which is filling up right now. And then you basically place down one of these containment jars, and then the next creature that goes within this little sparkly range right here, I think it's 3 blocks, it said. Yeah, so 3 blocks range. It takes a second, but it'll grab them and it'll put them inside the jar. Now you can take this ritual and place it in the end and capture a dragon to get endless dragon's breath as well. And you can do multiple drigmies and it'll constantly absorb as long as you have ender jar or some kind with source in it. And it's just basically going to give me the creatures drops without killing them. So I thought it would be a little bit more fun to have these than doing this here than to have them being mob duplicated. I could run it through the mob duplicator, I suppose. But instead, I went ahead and made that setup. I was hoping I was hoping that the Chimera, this guy right here, they didn't even grab anything. I was hoping the Chimera would drop the ritual ending, like the things that you get from the, killing it, but that would be way too easy. They wouldn't do that, right? So they didn't. It's probably too fast to see what they're putting in there, but I'm getting ink sacs and totems of undying, emeralds. Unfortunately, I think I'm also getting axes, but those are being destroyed. Yeah, anything up here. I was hoping this stuff wouldn't do what it's doing, but it's becoming oxidized, so it's kind of like copper. I think it looks kind of like it matches with the blue yonder planks. But let me give you an idea how big this place is. It's a giant pill top. It looks like something out of a science fiction story, but I'm gonna do something fun with this. It's super, super tall. It's so tall that I've been using this thing to teleport around just so I can get up higher elevation wise. So you can see how tall it is. This whole thing is steel. And I did that to match up with the bottom because the Chimera, he breaks stuff, but he didn't break anything really. He didn't break any of my stuff. I don't know if I just killed him too fast or what, but I let him fully develop out and turn into a flying creature and slam the ground, and he didn't break any steel blocks. Maybe it's just too hard for him to break. I don't know. But hey, yeah, from the outside, you're not going to appreciate what it's going to look like until I get done. I did put a bunch of interdiction torches on the outside around it, just a few, and I lit it up, obviously, with some feral flares. The stuff that's in this chest is being pulled into a chest that's down below that's going into my ME system. So you're never going to really see anything other than me just adding a ton of these containment jars to the edges here and making this into a big, big, big farm as I need. I'm not going to go searching out everything and everyone for no reason. Well, that sunrise and sunset looks pretty sweet. Now, I don't like the sun. I wish it was round, but I mean, that looks pretty freaking awesome with some shaders. So here's the outside. I know it looks weird. It's big. It's huge. It's not even close to being done yet either. It's going to have another ring around the outside, and then it's going to have openings going on 4 sides. And the top, I want to make a hole at the top. Right in here with the force field. I'm going to make it look like it's got a telescope coming out. I know. At least that's the idea. It's like the whole tower is a giant grain silo. I used the builder to make it. Again, if anybody needs to learn how to use stuff with the builder, I don't know everything about it, but I do know you can use it for a lot of stuff. You can use it for a tree farm. You can use it for all kinds of because you can have one planting and the other one breaking the trees, and then have a filter saying don't break the saplings. So that'll just make it as soon as it becomes logs, boom, it breaks it down and then replants this. So you kind of get the idea. It can build by placing things rapidly and in large areas. I don't know why I did that. But anyway, yeah, so I use this. Look, it still has some steel blocks left over. That's just my newest project for building. I still haven't even finished doing my project working on this here. I love the way these kivy bricks look. I still have one more whole entire area to make over here that's going to end up being the front of the train. Oh, yeah, so that's what my idea was. Okay, this is supposed to be, I wasn't going to say anything, but I guess my idea is that this is a train station connected to a little weird looking train, and I need another block. But I got done getting struck by lightning. That was fun. It was starting to cause some problems, so I went ahead and put some lightning rods up. I forgot all about lightning. That's what it looks like inside. Look at that. Oh, isn't that great? Got ray tracing and all that stuff. So you get that. That's what's going on down there. As promised, I did. I'll tell you guys what goes on inside that mob farm here in a second. I did fix this area up. This is my CPU room. I spend a lot of time here, so I went ahead and started working on it. I need more frog lights. Oh my gosh, those are bright. Okay, that is far beyond what I imagined. Frog lights are going to be on my autocraft to make list. I have to figure out how to do that. I've never done that before. You get the idea, right? Like, I even put down some facades and things. It looks like you're outside now, right? It kind of reminds me of Dune. Anybody ever play or Wolfenstein? More like Wolfenstein. Yeah, isn't that crazy? As the sun comes up, it will show the sun in the horizon too. Yeah, it's not even. And this is skyweave blocks. They don't show anything when you're looking at them like these do, but they're skyweave. I'll explain that one. I got some left over. So these are skyweave from Ars Nouveau, and they basically mimic the outside. I don't know what else to say. That's what they do, and they have to make them. You have to have certain. I think it's manipulation. What is it? Well, let's see. You have to have something. This is manipulation essence, and then mage bloom blocks are just these fiber, mage bloom fiber. You're gonna get a lot of mage bloom probably during your playthrough. Make some use out of that stuff. I mean, you can get pouches. There's Wixie hats. There's all kinds of decorative blocks. To be honest with you, there's only 4 pages of recipes, but then if you go over here, you got your armors, and I don't even know. Sorcerer's collar. Oh, yeah, finding these items inside your grid is not as easy as I thought, because if you got a lot of Ars Nouveau stuff and you do at Ars, you're going to be searching around. And if you try to look for leggings or boots or chest plates, you're not going to find them because they're under different names like pants. These ones are under boots, robes, leg guards. You see what I mean? You're not going to get the same kind of thing from it. But it did complete my quest, and I'll show you guys the full armor after I got done. I even upgraded it all the way to unobtainium. Let's see. This reaction chamber right here, I am using it to create the quantum, whatever it is, quantum infusion liquid, quantum something or other. Here it is, quantum infusion. Yeah, this is it. So this is quantum infusion liquid. And then you turn around at it and reuses it for making alloy plates and quantum alloy ingots. Now those alloy ingots and those plates are essential to make your quantum helmet. And I had to set up another energy condenser. That energy condenser is running constantly because of the amount of singularities that are needed when you start running quantum. I'll show it to you just in case. This is why I can keep my mob farm running. These soul charges quadruple the speed of these things, basically, or I think it's 4 times the speed. Maybe even more. Because this one's got 1, 2, 3 of them on there, and they're all receiving it constantly as items are generated and put in here. So, yeah, I can leave my mob farm running now. I really can. That super fast one, that's kind of like I thought was going to be too much. It will run. I'm still afraid of it. I'm still afraid of it. I came down here because this is going to be something that people want to do as well, maybe, and that is the entronized fluix crystals. These entro buds, right? Let me explain this. How do I explain it? I have a growth accelerator taking up one of the sides, so that kind of stinks. And then I have a crystal fixer with a continuous amount of ender dust inside of it, pointing at the etronized. See how it's mostly? That's the best one you can get. And then this one raises it back up again. See progress? Boom. And basically this thing keeps this one growing. And as it grows, I have Direwolf's advanced block breaker, and it's doing the same thing as I'm doing with the time crystals. It's just it's a square around it. Yeah. Like this. Right? And then I'm telling it, hey, break the Certus Quartz block and break the intro crystal. So whenever it becomes a Certus Quartz block, which sometimes it will, it just depends on if you run out of Ender Pearl dust or Ender dust, which I had to go through and create a crusher just for Ender dust. These are holes I just didn't fill in yet. This right here is doing the Ender dust. It's activating this and keeping it full of Ender dust at all times. And this is Ender dust with a crafting card to make sure that there's always enough Ender dust inside of it. And that's it. It's keeping it full. Yeah, this one is block placing, and it's just constantly being filled with the budding mostly entronized fluix and a crafting card, right? So it's constantly, anytime this gets broken, it's going to get replaced regardless. So if there's an open space, it's just going to replace it. And it's just running all the time. I got plenty of room. It's never going to outflow my storage, so I'm not worried about it anymore. The matter condenser. This is as fast as I've been able to get it so far. I know I could get it to go a little faster, I think, but I have water going into it with ultimate pipe upgrades on all the sides that I can get it to do it on, right? Like to do. It's going in the bottom. It's going everywhere I can. Oh, what the heck? Wow, what happened? That was super weird. Sorry about that. Apparently, if you're underneath the teleportation block, it thinks you're there. That's weird. The elevators are sensitive. Here's my quantum crafter. It's constantly making these, so I'm good there. I think I showed that already. Yeah, so you get the idea, right? Like I'm trying to speed this up as fast as I can, and yes, they do seem to affect the pipes. Is it fast enough? No, this is still too slow. In my opinion, it needs to be like every 2 seconds, 3 seconds, right? So I could set up multiple if I wanted to. And the reason why I may do that is I really want to be able to get to where I can make my quantum armor, which is what I'm about to show you guys right now. I'm going to make the next thing of quantum armor, and that's this quantum chest plate. It's going to take a minute. Now, I have an unobtainium chest plate. It's super easy for me to do now, but I don't necessarily have all the alloys and all the stuff. I have this on autocraft, and I have this on autocraft. I feel like all of it's on autocraft now. So I'm just going to tell it to go ahead and start crafting. Look how fast that is. Now, some of these are going to take a second. I could speed this process up. I know. Chill. I get it. If I had this running by itself, this running by itself, and this running by itself, it would be a lot faster process, right? But I don't think that right there, what we just saw, was too long. For me, I'm good. Oh yeah, you got to tell it to do it twice because it uses these quantum processors separately to make different things. So it uses them up in its process. So, yeah, no big deal. And this thing takes a minute. In fact, this is the reason why you're going to need to make multiple quantum processors. is that. It's gonna take a little bit, but I mean, if you have all the resources, that's what this all comes down to, right? At the end of the day, as long as you can get all the resources, you can make anything. Now, I've never used these before. I have no idea how strong they are. I don't even know if they're worth making, but it's listed. It's listed as a really high. This is gonna take a second. Is a pretty high amount of gear. I mean, it's quantum armor. It's like really close to getting this quantum armor. It says invincible. I think the mech suit makes you nearly invincible, but this one uses a ton of energy, which I have plenty of energy, as far as I can tell. It just says its stats are similar to netherite, which that's how is it a plus 40 and be netherite? Like netherite's way down here. They don't even give you a number. These say 40, but I don't know. I don't get it. Now, so yeah, now I got the head and I've got the legs. Now it has cards you can put in it. You see there's card? I've got the blank base card right here. And then there it is. I'm missing singularities. You see? If I'd have known that it was going to be such a big deal to do these singularities, I would have just left the system running since I started. I've had that compressor for a month, 2 months running, maybe more. I could have just let it run and it would have been fine. I could just, because you don't run out of water. Sinks are infinite, you know? Infinite, and that brings me to my other infinity. I've been trying to make this infinity gravel for a while because I have infinity cobble, I have infinity lava, and I have infinity water. I figured gravel would be the next step, and then sand, and then from there, I guess I can start looking at other infinities if I need them. I don't know. Look at all that steel. I still have over 1,000,000. I'm really kicking it up with these Certus quartz. Look at this, just counting. Isn't that nuts? I made a bees for these. So now I have 44,000 arcane crystals because yes, I'm going to eventually have to break down and do Forbidden Arcanus. I don't know a lot about it. It's not my favorite mod. It's a little tricky. I think it could be simplified a lot more. Yeah, and then I'll do modular, whatever it's called. I did collect a bee, a Patrick bee. Ta-da! I have a Patrick bee, and I even made a little platform to go fishing with. Since I'm waiting for the singularities to be made, or not singularity, yeah, the singularities, because I don't have a whole lot of those. Oh my goodness. I am producing lots and lots of wars or whatnot. It's getting dark outside. This looks better, right? It looks better? I think it looks better. No, it's not as fancy-pantsy as a lot of people, but I'm working on it. There it is. Unobtainium armor. See, it says 40. You got your robe, your leggings, and your hat, and your boots, and I'm not going to use it because I have this one. It's the same thing, but I think it's just, for me, this is stronger. The one I have upgrades you can constantly put in these. Yes, there are upgrades for your Arcanist stuff from Ars Nouveau, but those upgrades are not as good as the upgrades, in my opinion, for the irons. I think it needs to be, I don't know, it needs to be more. So I decided to go ahead and use these. Now, I don't know what this does when you link it. Let me show you that. I better do that. You take your quantum armor, and you put it over here. Now it's linked. It says negates mining speed penalty when flying. That's one of my main reasons why I wanted to make the thing. And this says press not bound with this equipped to configure. I have no idea what that means. I'm assuming what that means is so that you can put these cards in. So this one has a ton of cards. Water breathing, auto feeding, auto stock, magnet, luck card, night vision. I don't know what an ME recharging card is, but that sounds awesome. A portable workbench card. That's cool. This one's got flight. HP buffer, lava immunity, regeneration, strength, attack, speed, another recharging card, and pick craft card. Its armor is 9, and armor toughness is 10. Where this one's armor is 13, but armor toughness is only 6. So I don't really know what'll happen. If I don't even know, can you even enchant these? Probably can't. I would say you probably cannot. Anyway, I got a Patrick B. I did bring that up, right? I'll show you guys the workstation for that. I'm not going to have enough quantum stuff to make the rest of the armor yet. Or, see, so leggings. Quantum leggings. It's not going to have enough, right? Oh, maybe it will. No, it won't. See, it doesn't have enough singularities. So that's fine. Bummer. Meh. No big deal. We'll just come back to it later. I got my warden. Oh yeah, I redid the wall a little bit. I figured let's go ahead and display some of our backpacks. I should upgrade those. Let's see. I could show you the fishing area, so I can give you. Where did I put that thing at? Bee Queen. Ocean area. Fishing platform. So I searched for a warm ocean biome, right? You can't see it real well. What is that? Oh, fish. I guess they just died. Wow, this place looks crazy. And I used steel to make this round circle. I'm gonna turn it to a fishing hut probably. I may even do my originally I thought about using the area around my base as the village, like to make, what do you call that village? When you like remake the villages, mine colonies? I was going to use that to be mine colonies, but I don't know if that's really a good idea. There's already enough stuff compact into the area. That's why I made the mage tower, which is going to have levels. Each level I plan on doing occultism from. You didn't see it, but I have another portal there, and it leads to my occultism area. It looked horrible, so there's no reason for me to show you. But my fishing equipment, here it is. I have a diamond fishing rod. I think there's a stronger one you can make with silent gear. Ooh. Actually, Awakened Supremium probably is better. Oh, maybe fish are more likely to bite. I wonder if I could make the Neptunian one even better. Oh yeah, I've got enough Neptunian ingots now. Check this out. I got just enough. I have one Neptunian bee, and I fished out enough to make a Neptunian pickaxe and 27,000 Neptunian nuggets. And I made the armor, and I think I smelted it back down just so that I could get credit for it. And basically I fished out a bunch of chests until I got the armor and stuff I needed. I did that with a nether star hook. Oh, I'm out of worms. Fishing line, a bobber, and if you need worms, I got 23 worms. If you need worms, you can just take apples or whatever. Actually, wheat. There we go. You can just take some wheat. You use a worm farm from aquaculture too. Just come here. Wait a second. There, with your bare hand, and then it becomes worm. So you fill it up. And then, there you go. You got your worm. Now, the toolbox can hold worm. There. And then I just sat here for about, I don't know. Honestly, I think they sped up the stuff because this is quick. I might even get another Patrick key on accident. So I better watch it. Here, actually I caught 3, 2 of which died. As soon as I pulled them out of the water, they had thought I attacked them, I guess, and they went after me. I know I'm gonna need them for making the all the mod star thing, but little jerks started attacking me, and as soon as they stung me, they basically killed themselves because, well, I got defensive magic, plus their stinger came out. You know, like in real life, if a not a bumblebee, but a regular, what do you call them, honeybees? Most bees will lose their stinger in you if you don't watch it. Yeah, so I just did this for a while. You have to make sure you're in a war motion though. And you can make different types of hooks. I guess there's a hook that does like 3 things at once or multiple items. I don't know if that's a good idea, and I also enchanted this thing. It's not super slow. I think it's pretty quick. This is actually the worst luck I've had so far. There's also items that you can get that'll give you higher luck, right? And so anything that you can do to increase your luck, I think it helps you. Don't get me wrong, I don't think it's everything, but I'm pretty sure there's a few items to increase your luck, and I don't have anything on other than a hat. I think I have my super whatever hat. And you can do a really long throw. Look at that, I even just fished out a book. I don't even know what that stuff does. Most of the enchantments are a mystery to me now. You get the idea, guys. I don't want to waste my time fishing forever. I think I'm going to increase that fishing pole, though. Can I just leave it in here? Okay, cool. So, I'll do that some other time. I've been working with artisans, though, mostly. So you get the idea. I am not really close to my base. I'm pretty far. I'm traveled, you know what I'm saying? I'm pretty far. Not as nearly as far as I want, actually, because I want to get rid of all these waystone points. I don't like them showing up on the screen. I don't mind them being right here, but I don't like them showing up on the screen. Okay, so that covers that. My changes to my room. The quantum computer. So I've never built one of these before, but apparently this is just the main online core piece. You can make it by itself and you can use it. And then you make a multi-block that's similar to this, right? And that'll be in this corner here. I'll move it around and I'll probably break this corner out here and build it. And you can add some stuff to it and it lets you craft things like pretty much instantly from what I gathered. Let me turn on my infinity gravel deal. It's gonna just work on its own for a long time because it's gotta craft a bunch of gravel. 79,000 gravel still gotta be crafted. So I just turn it on for a little while, let it run. When I'm done playing, I come back. Maybe it'll get done one of these days. I have all the different alloys ready to go. I do have to make a soul lava bee, or I have to at least make it so that it's infinite. Down here is my ore machine. I have it turned off. I don't even have it running. There's no reason for me to have it running constantly yet. I mean, I might turn it back on. I don't know if it'll turn back on now. It should. Hey, actually, why did it stop working? Well, that's kind of crap. You can see how everything is starting to link together, right? I gotta put some stairs on these things. Look at that. Isn't that pretty? I think it's beautiful. I have no idea if these clouds are random or anything like that, but everything just looks so much better with these shaders. My poor PC is cooking though. I can literally feel where my graphics card is like hot, real hot. That's what it's for, though. Like, if you're not running your graphics card at 90% or whatever, why bother? As long as it can take it, right? Like, I have a little mini fan running. I don't know if you guys can hear it. Probably not. I have OBS set up so that it filters out the weird side sounds. I still need to finish building some stuff over here because this is way underdone. How are we looking on time? We are gonna get close. We're gonna get close. Sorry for the pause. Well, let me show you something. I need to do this anyway. I'll show you how to capture these mobs. Poop. This will just be an example because I need this anyway. Because bees can be replicated with eggs. There's spawn eggs. Heck yeah. You know what, Wolf? What do you produce? I wonder. This tower is going to be epic, huge, and you're going to be shocked when I finish putting the walls around this thing. It's going to change the way this whole thing looks, perspective-wise, far beyond what people would imagine. I'm a very slow builder, guys. I am sorry, but I'm not that guy. You could just throw these guys out here, and the Drigme will work on it just fine. I prefer to keep them in the containment jars. And yes, these are blood spatters. That'll be something I'd set up the very top where I do evil craft. I plan on having the mobs spawn, and then you put around the platform trapdoors, right? And then underneath you place a fake player or a dummy, and they will go down. They're pathfinding, but then they won't have anywhere for them to go, so they're gonna fall and splatter. That's my thought. Maybe it works. I don't know. I've never done it that way before. I thought it'd be kind of neat. There's items that you can make, pedestals that collect these blood stains, and you can use that to absorb it into this blood furnace. I don't ever want to spoil that. That'll be a total different deal. So this is running a containment. It requires some source, which we have infinite source, so it's not a big deal. All right. Yeah. So all you have to do is place your containment jar down. I put it right there. Place your creature and I wait. I always wait until that little special effect finishes. And then I just pick up my guy, the little chicken inside the jar. And this makes these guys happy. They have like a threshold that the more creatures you have in a certain radius, it actually makes them work faster. And I think for the end of the video, I'm gonna I'll defeat the Chimera on camera so you guys can see how that plays out. It's really not. Off camera, I'll make all those cards for these. Okay? And then I'll figure out how strong that is by fighting the fish creature from Cataclysm. That's what I'm going to do, is use these to kill the fish creature from Cataclysm. Will it work? Who knows? Who knows? He works on this guy, though, giving you gold nuggets, by the way. Very rarely, but he will eventually circle some kind of weird energy. He'll circle around it, and then that guy will then pop out a gold nugget into the chest. Okay, so you can capture the wild inside the mob containment ritual. How do you get it out? Well, how do you get it out? Well, I had to go in and get a spell set up, Dispel. So if you have a creature that you have stuck inside of a jar and you don't know how to get it out, maybe you capture the wrong one, use the Dispel spell, and then it'll break out. And now I can kill him really quick, or I can just let you. I'm going to show him the melting. Now he's trying to evolve or whatever, but he's getting hit by my shuriken. Oh, he will pick you up and teleport you, hurt you and stuff. So he's got some juice. Don't get me wrong. If I didn't have really strong magical stuff, he would probably hurt me pretty bad. But yeah, he's zapped him to death. Got me another trophy. He's not that strong. It's good that he's not, but I wouldn't. I don't know. I don't know for sure if I could set up an auto farm or not. I think I can. I just don't know for sure. I know you got to do a player kill, and these things I don't care about the grab shader things. I already have a couple trophies, so that's not a big deal. But I think you can set up an auto farm where you would have, let's say, something activating this. But here's the problem. This is the ritual. It's remotely tied to this relay right here. In order for you to make the Wilden show up, you have to hit this with a ritual of Wilden challenge or something like that. Wild. This right here, the summon Wilden ritual. But here's the kicker. In order for you to actually get the Wilden, you have to give it a spike, a horn, and a wing from the Ars Nouveau specifically. Those items have to be also added to the ritual. So you would have to have some way of telling a dropper or something, throw those on there, or use routers maybe and have each router do one item onto that ritual. And then somehow you've got to make the ritual activate only after it has X, Y, and Z inside of it. I haven't seen that automated on any videos. I haven't looked either though. But I think I could do that. But again, I'm going to have to use something that some people are afraid to do, and that's integrated dynamics. Most of y'all haven't watched this video all the way through, or are going to watch this video all the way through, so you wouldn't even know that I'm talking about this. You'll just see it one day when I figure it out. Just put it that way, okay? So that's how you capture creatures in this containment jar. You can do this ritual anywhere. I don't know how far away these ritual braziers, whatever you want to call them, these relays, the ritual relays, if they're interdimensional, ooh, I'm gonna do some fun stuff. But I don't think they are. And yeah, I had to manually create a Drigme. If you need to see how that's done, that's fine. I'll show that if you need it. Let me go ahead and capture the wolf. What it's for, I have no idea. There's my wolf. Give it a second for that little special effect to hit. Just because I don't want to try and pick it up without it completing. Boy, this is loud. Talk about gaudy. But here's the thing. My first layer is this. My second layer is going to be covering up spots. And what'll show through on the outside will be like the smiley face, the teeth of the smiley face, or the eyes of the face, those kind of things. So it's kind of like I start with this is my canvas, you see? At least for me, that's how I'm going to do it. Go ahead and throw this bad boy up here next to the wild, this is a Wilden Defender. So this should be getting me spikes. I need to capture a bat. I need to capture the Wilden bat. The bat's going to help me get... Let me check my spike count and see if that's actually working. I don't know. Maybe it's not. There's the Wilden spikes. Maybe it's not, or maybe it's just not very fast. I could probably mob duplicate that guy for a while. Here's the thing. The mob duplicator's essence is based on the number of hearts or HP a creature has. So, like, this guy has 4 maximum hearts. He has 5. This guy's got a lot. So it takes a lot of essence. He's not going to give you back more than what you put in. So you're going to end up running out. See, he actually targeted the Whirly Sprig right on camera. Oh, they didn't show it. Oh, he targeted him again. It's too fast. I think my polling system is working too quickly. What about squid ink? Am I getting squid ink? Nope. No squid ink. What a bummer. Wow. Still has 70,000 gravel to go. It'll be worth it when it's done. I'll never have to do gravel again. And I can change the industrial foregoing system to stop making gravel and have it just making sand. And then from it making sand, then I'll be able to... There it goes. It worked. Wow. When it really kicks in, it kicks in. Look at that. Got totems, prismarine. Getting all kinds of stuff now. Maybe I need to move this guy out of here. Maybe him getting targeted is bad. Let's go with me. Come here. Let's see. Oh, my pawpaw's ready to go. Cool. I don't know what kind of forests I want to build or orchards I want to build, but I'm thinking, you know, oh, I know. I want a spider. Is my string infinite? 6,156 string. You know what? I'm greedy. So come here. Hey. Wow, that's the best part about chain lightning. I didn't know there were that many bad guys coming after me. They can't come over here, and if they do, they get knocked back from it. I do want to put in a gate, and I think it'd be really fun to set up like an item. You drop an item, and if you drop the right kind of item, it opens the gate or a force field. Those are real fun to do. Let's go ahead and put the spider in a containment jar. Should give me infinite string and spider eyes, right? Oop. And it just uses a little bit of source, not a whole lot. And this is a good way to make something like hostile neural networks, but for ours. Yeah, now I bet you it's going to work better. I think they... I might move this chest, though. He seems to want to be obsessed with circling around these guys. Did this dude just poop an egg out? Instead of giving me an egg, it just pooped an egg out. What do you guys do? You do anything? You notice that the game's not having any sound right now? I don't want it to, but also I can for the next episode it will have the game itself will have sound again. I wanted to be able to speak without the music and stuff in the background and the creature going crazy. All I have to do though is unplug and plug it. Maybe you can hear it, but I can't because my headset is set for silent for the moment so that I can actually hear myself talk. That's the whole point, I guess. Huh. Yeah, these are all drops that'll get pulled away. The Whirly Sprig guy, I can probably get him to grow or give me a I think you have to grow a sapling next to him somewhere. I want to grow something cool. What kind of cool sapling do we have? We got so many saplings right now. White willow. No, that thing sounds awesome, but looks like crap. Cobalt sapling. Let's grow that. Mostly oh, I can't grow it. Gotta be on other. It's probably from the other, right? No? It's a regular sapling. Why won't you let me plant it? Maybe it can only be planted on a specific item. Okay. On a specific field. This is a rainbow sapling from the Twilight Forest. I think it looks pretty cool. It got a little deformity to it, but I know. Oh yeah, farming for blockheads is in this pack. I completely forgot. You can make tree fertilizer. Here it is. Tree fertilizer from Mystic or from Create is broken. Just let you guys know if a tree says it needs a certain amount of space to grow, or it may not be broken anymore, but when it first came out, you could use it to grow trees that aren't supposed to grow. Like if you didn't have enough room around this tree, you wouldn't be able to grow it. But with the Creates tree fertilizer, it would grow weird looking trees that are mini and all kinds of stuff. It was fun. All right, I think this is how you do it, right? You gotta grow. And then he says, wow, that was really cool. And let me become your friend, right? No, you didn't like that? That wasn't good enough? What about a gold nugget? Are you the gold nugget? I thought that was the carbuncle. You do the goat nuggets? Bro, you saw me grow that tree. You should be giving me your totem. Fine. Grow that tree and I'll just grow another one. You liked it. I thought you liked it. Let's grow another one. Did I just grow it slow? Maybe that's the issue. It didn't like me growing it with tree fertilizer. Grow the, okay. Ta-da! You didn't care? That's some crap. You're supposed to like that thing. It's even from your mod. Don't argue with me, man. Oh, okay, fine. Just drop these off, and we're gonna get this guy growing. So maybe there's a different process now. I thought for sure you just grew to search, world spring charm, obtained by growing a tree near a wild world spring. Yeah, I was right. So okay, let's grow the golden one. We have one of those growing already. Dude, you saw me. You even touched it. That's cool. You like it? Pretty cool. Boom. This will get you nuggets, gold nuggets too. See? Oh, that's a lot of saplings. Okay, guy. You're really starting to make me not want to do this. Let's try. Well, let's try the tree that the whole building's made from. How about that? Grow, 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 grow. I'm gonna grow this all on its own. No, maybe if I bone meal it instead of using the fertilizer, that might be the issue. Hey, don't take off. Come over here. Watch this. There, you saw. Oh, there, it's doing something. There it goes. There it goes. There we go. All right. So yeah, it doesn't like the create fertilizer. So that could be a thing. Why is it that people want to talk to me every time I get on here? I literally should mute everybody. Oh, when I do videos. But I have responsibilities I have to keep up with. Uh-oh. I kind of want to grow another one of these trees because I don't know what kind of fruit that is. What are these things? Some kind of weird apple? But I don't like this. That it attached to another tree. I don't like that. I hate when that happens. Like, this is why. It just leaves you little floaty blocks. I'm that guy, by the way, who used to leave the floaty blocks, and it would drive some of my friends annoyingly, like, to the brink. And then I became the guy who was like, yeah, break the sand, but then make sure that it looks good when you're done. You never can, right? All right. Let's grow this thing somewhere else, farther enough away. We'll grow one there, one there. So the idea is to have the trees, that's too close, that created the tower. I used to create the tower to have them grow into an area near it. Hopefully that grows up without touching, and that would grow. There. No bone mealing, just by itself. All right, thanks for stopping by, everybody. I know I'm out of time. Hopefully I showed you guys something you like, you're interested in. If you need to know more about what I did or how I did it, hey, feel free to let me know in the comments section. Like, subscribe, follow, blah, 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 blah. If you know, you know. Love you, miss you. Take care. Bye.